it's Samantha and welcome to my Vanilla Mom channel. Today I am doing Olivia's 12-month update. She is 1 year old now and she's actually almost 13 months old. I've been putting this off because we got sick, we had visitors, and I just haven't filmed lately. So this one is a little bit late, so I'm just going to talk about all the things up to about 12 and a half months. This will be her last monthly update, but I'll probably do like a 1.5 year update, a 2 year update, that type of thing, like every 6 months or so, do some sort of update for her. I definitely feel like this last month she has changed so much. She pretty much understands everything that I say to her. She definitely has so much curiosity now and she just wants me to identify everything around. She just holds things up, points to things. We'll just kind of look over at something if she's interested. If I'm holding something, she wants to know what it is. If she sees anybody with food, she wants that food. She's just really interested in anything that mommy and daddy or anybody else is doing, really. I definitely have noticed a lot of language changes this month. She started saying dada, which is good. She tries to say words that we say some of the time, so it'll just be like the first consonant kind of noise. She does make some ch and s sounds and some like hissing sounds. She really likes it when I make the snake hissing sound. She just tries to make a lot of noises, and it's not that she really will repeat exactly what we say or anything, but she definitely is trying to repeat some of the things we say. And it's just really cute to watch her discover language and be able to say certain things. It's just definitely different than even just last month. I feel like she's saying and trying to actually say words and form words a lot more than she was. She now has 7 teeth of the front 8. She's missing 1 on the bottom. And she's working on molars. She's been teething a lot lately, so that's been a little bit challenging. As far as understanding words, she understands so much more than she can say, of course. As far as words that she absolutely knows, can point things out. She knows her tongue, feet, ears, nose, hair, teeth, mouth, knee, leg, and a couple of them that she's working on, she can sometimes identify them, are hand, finger, chest, and shoulders, and belly. That's another one she's kind of working on. Sometimes she can identify it. Sometimes she'll just point to it and want me to tell her what it is. For those last 5. And with these body parts, it's like she will point to one of them and like want me to tell her what it is. And then after a while, I'll ask her to find it. She'll find it. Oh, another one is eyes. She likes the eyes on like toys and stuff. She'll point to them. She likes me pointing to her eyes. She smiles really big. But she can't find her eyes right now. One of the other things she says is big. So when she says big, it's usually for this book. It says some puppies are big and some puppies are small, and now we say big doggy a lot, and she just puts up her arms really high up and smiles so big. So we say big a lot. She's been really good at her more and all done signs. Oh, another body part I had written in the side, the margin, is toes. She can find her toes. Along with the big doggy thing, she's obsessed with books, loves books. She loves certain books the best, and she also likes certain pages of books. So she will just flip through a book until she finds the certain page she wants, and then she'll try to get me to read it to her, just again and again for certain pages. She loves them. She smiles really big. She's gotten pretty good control of her hands. She's always been really good with her fine motor skills, but now it just seems like better and better. She can turn on switches on some of her toys now. She ended up unscrewing a nut on her little wooden kitchen, so her daddy had to go tighten them all up to make sure they wouldn't come off, but she just sat there and unscrewed it, and it was amazing. It was just incredible that she has that much control over her fingers. She can now stack Lego Duplos together, and that one's still like a work in progress. Most of the time she can get them together, but it's not just like a clear getting them together super fast. It takes a lot of her concentration and effort to get the Lego Duplos together, but she can do it. She's stacked 3 on top of each other so far. She's down there getting mad. I don't know why. She's still not walking yet, but she's cruising a bunch. She's got a couple of different push things that she likes to use, and she will just cruise around the whole area. We did end up taking the playroom gate down, so she has pretty much free reign of the kitchen, dining room, and playroom, the carpeted room. And then a lot of the times I just leave the gate down going from the front room and the staircase. There's a little bit of a hallway and we put a gate right there. And we don't want her in those front rooms, but pretty much during the day, I just let her kind of cruise those. As long as I'm not in the middle of something, I'll let her play in that front room with me and I'll watch her go up the stairs. She likes climbing the stairs. She's working on climbing back down, but I definitely still have to be right there with her. But pretty much she has free reign of the whole downstairs most of the time now. She loves playing hide and seek with toys. She'll put them under cups or put a lid of a toy onto a different toy and hide it and then have it come out again. And she also plays Where's Olivia, where she'll just kind of go around the corner of a room or an object and then come out, and she just loves that. She laughs so much with that. Or going through the tunnel, I'll say, Where's Olivia? And you'll start hearing her laugh inside the tunnel, and then she'll come out the other end of it. It's just really fun. She really loves being goofy and likes playing things like that, where she'll just laugh and laugh. On the downside, she is definitely getting pickier about food. She just hasn't really been interested in trying a whole lot of new things. But then I say that, and then this morning she had plums. I think she's had plums maybe one other time, and she just went to town on the plum, tried it no problem. She's tried a couple of things no problem, but a lot of times she'll just hand me the food right back, not even putting it in her mouth, not even trying it. So that's something we're just trying to work through. I'm still just trying to offer her a lot of things. Pretty much everything she eats is healthy anyway, so I'm not concerned like she's not getting nutrients or whatever. And also she's still breastfeeding, so I really don't have to worry about, there being holes in her diet or anything. But I have that mom panic in the back of my mind, like, oh my gosh, my baby's refusing to eat such and such. But I know it's just something they go through. They're going to be picky. I just have to get over my own mom freak out about it. As far as her favorite foods, she loves apples. Now I cut them really thin and she'll just eat them. Sometimes the skin will peel off, so she'll just kind of peel the rest of it off and hand it to me. She loves apples. We probably have an apple a day, and yesterday she pretty much ate the whole apple without me. She ate the whole thing. She still likes the deli chicken. We just get really thin sliced deli chicken without the fillers and stuff. It's just the chicken and some seasoning. She doesn't really like meat a whole bunch other than that, and fish every once in a while. She loves raisins, she loves sweet peas, she loves blueberries, and she really likes bread. Really likes bread now. And as far as sweets, we did introduce cake to her. She did get a smash cake, and she also got a cupcake a different day, and she also, on her actual birthday party day, she got a piece of chocolate cake. So there are 3 different sweets events, and also I have a donut story to tell you too. So she's had a piece of a donut. So those 4 sweet ordeals. So first I was baking cupcakes the day before her birthday party to take to the birthday party, and she saw them sitting on the counter when it was time for her dinner, and she went insane. She was just doing this. That's her sign for more, just waving her arms, and started screaming bloody murder. I'm like, well, it's almost her birthday. I'm just going to let her have one of these cupcakes. They're just mini cupcakes, and they were funfetti, so they're vanilla with colored sprinkles in them. They were not iced yet, but it was just the cupcake part. She ate the whole thing super duper fast. I had to hide the rest of the cupcakes because she loved it. Absolutely loved it. Was asking for more, and so I hid all the rest of the cupcakes and said, the cupcakes are going bye-bye, so she wouldn't get any more. Absolutely went crazy for it. Then the next day was her birthday party, and we gave her a slice of chocolate cake. And she didn't really eat hardly any of the actual chocolate cake, but she liked the icing, so she just used her pincher grasp and had little bits of icing. And that was cute. That was really fun. And then a different weekend, her other set of grandparents came to visit, and she got a smash cake. And this was just a vanilla cake with buttercream frosting on it. And my little girly girl does not like to get her hands messy in cake, apparently. So she did not smash the cake, but she went to town on the icing with her pincher grasp and just going straight to her mouth and scooping it up. And she ate a bunch of icing, but there was hardly any on her face, hardly any on her hands. She's just so dainty. It was just really, really cute. So she loves icing, apparently. And so earlier, you know how I said she wants anything that anybody is eating around her. Well, I was feeding her dinner one night. She's in her high chair, and my husband had just gotten home, and I had gone to the grocery store and gotten us donuts, and I had already kind of been on to him before about eating stuff in front of her, or attempting to eat stuff in front of her. I was like, you can't eat stuff in front of her, especially like sweets and stuff, or I'm gonna stop buying them, basically is what I said. Like, you can't eat them in front of her. I don't want her to have all these sweets, so you gotta hide them, eat them later. And he was kind of on the same page with me. He thought I was being a little ridiculous. Like, she doesn't really know the difference. She's not gonna care if I'm eating something in front of her. Well, she did care. So he had just gotten home. He was in the kitchen, like washing his hands behind us, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden she flips out, and I'm just paying attention to her. I'm not paying attention to what he's doing. He's making noise, and I'm feeding her stuff, and she's freaking out, like she wants something, and I can't figure out what she wants. I'm like, do you want the blueberries? Do you want the strawberries? Do you want this cutie? Like all the things that are around me. I'm like, what is she after? What does she want? And then I'm like, I turn around to talk to Johnny, and I'm like, I don't know what she wants. And he's like being really still. He has a donut in his hand, a donut. And so she wanted his donut. And I'm like, you better give her a piece of your donut right now. Like, I can't believe you're just sitting there eating a donut in front of her while I'm like freaking out. What's wrong with my baby? What does she want? And he's sitting there teasing her with this donut. So she ended up having two, like, I don't know, little pieces of donut. And I'm like, you better scarf the rest of that donut really quick so she doesn't get any more donut. So I don't want her eating sweets. She doesn't need them. She eats plenty of other foods. But he had this donut out, and I told him, I was like, you have to go in the other room if you're going to eat a donut. You can't be around our kid and eat donuts and expect her not to want it. So he definitely realized in that situation, like, I was totally right. I was actually right about this one, that you can't eat in front of her. She does know the difference. She knows, she's eating an apple or whatever. Daddy's eating a donut. She wants the donut that Daddy has. So it was definitely a learning experience for him. I just knew it was coming. I knew something like that was going to happen. And I feel like that was a couple of weeks before her birthday party. Now that I think about it, I think that happened before the cake stuff. And I was like, she ate sugar before her party. Even though some of the toddler things, like the toddler teething things, do have sugar in them. But we've really tried to not give her a lot of sugar because at this age, they just don't need it. So I'm trying to, push it off as long as possible. Although, she had the cake and stuff for her birthday, and I think that's totally appropriate. Going back with the food, she is nursing a bunch now, and it came with, she got really, really sick with some sort of virus, and her temperature was lingering in the 103s and 104s pretty much for a week. On and off for a week, she was having really bad temperatures, and basically she just laid around and nursed for a week. I called our nurses line multiple times throughout the week, like just really upset, and is there anything I could do about this? And they gave me tips and stuff, but basically they said just let her nurse as much as she wants. So she was nursing pretty much all day long for a week. And so after that happened, she was still up to nursing about 6 times a day. And since then, we also had a stomach bug where she nursed a bunch during that too, because she really just wasn't into eating at all for probably a good couple of days. And so her nursing increased then too. And when she was sick with that virus is when I really saw the power of the nursing. Because nothing else was making her okay. Nothing else was making her happy. She was just a mess. She was feeling miserable. And the nursing comforted her, and it fed her, and I didn't have to worry about her not eating anything. Didn't have to worry about getting fluids into her because she was nursing. She was getting plenty of fluids. So that instance, it was 11 and a half months. It was right before her birthday that this had happened, and it just clicked to me, I don't want to give up nursing. And before that, I was like, okay, we're going to pretty much try to start weaning around 12 months, be gentle about it, but I want her weaned by 2. That was my whole thing. I'm over the nursing. I was totally over it at that point. But after she got that virus and I saw what an effect the nursing had on her being sick, I was like, we're gonna never give up the nursing. It's just the best thing that's ever happened, and I'm so glad that we nurse, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna nurse until 2 years now at least. The AAP recommends nursing until 2 if you can, and so I think we're going to try to get to that 2-year mark. Of course, if she self-weans, that's fine too, but I'm not gonna push her, and I'm like, it's so magical, you know, like I helped my baby get through this illness just with the power of the milk. And so, I don't know, it totally changed my outlook on the nursing thing. It's just something I was never really like, oh, nursing's the best thing ever. Everybody should do it. And I love putting my boobs out there and feeding my child in public when people are looking at me. And I don't know, it's just not something that I embraced. I don't know. I did it, and I'm so glad that I did. It's one of the most selfless things I've done for my child, and I would gladly do it again, no questions asked. But I was over it at the around the 12-month mark until she got sick, and then I'm like, okay, the nursing is the best thing ever. We're keeping it as long as we can. It totally changed how I felt about it. And I know there are moments of us bonding over the breastfeeding, so I know it's a wonderful thing, and I'm really happy we did it. So I'm not trying to knock it at all. I think it's a wonderful thing if you want to breastfeed for your baby, but it's one of the most challenging and most demanding things that I've done, even though it's been so easy for us. Like, she latched the first time. We've never had any kind of supply issues or any kind of latching or any kind of issues at all. No issues whatsoever. It's gone beautifully the whole time, but it was still hard, and it's still hard on my body still now. Like, I have to eat so much to keep up with her. But anyway, enough about nursing. She still nurses 4 to 6 times a day now. That's pretty much what we do. And now she's really clear about when she wants milk and when she doesn't want milk. I don't offer it to her usually. It's just we nurse when she first wakes up. We nurse sometime in the morning sometimes. We nurse before we lay down for nap. We nurse when we get up from nap, and sometime in the afternoon possibly, and then we nurse at bedtime. So if she wants milk, she'll let me know. Same with eating. Like, she eats around the clock. She eats pretty much like every hour, but she lets me know when she's hungry. She'll come up to me, kind of sit in my lap, kind of like smack her lips together, and she's like wiggling, does her more thing. She definitely clearly lets me know when she's hungry. She clearly lets me know when she wants milk. And the other thing that she clearly lets me know is when it's nap time, and she's been pushing the nap time back. There were like a few days I tried to put her down around 1, and she didn't fall asleep until closer to 2. Sometimes I put her down around 2, she wouldn't fall asleep till closer to 3, and so that was a lot of her just hanging out in her crib, not really being sleepy enough. So now I let her tell me when she wants a nap, and I think this is one of those moments where I'm like, I'm giving up my control as the mom. And I always was like, I want us on a schedule. I want us to nurse at certain times. I want this to happen. And I totally have just let go. I totally let go. I just trust that when she's tired, she's going to let me know. And she always does. And we go down whenever she gets tired, and she'll let me know. And it's been nice. We haven't fought about nap time. There's not been times where she tells me she's tired, but then she still cruises around her crib for an hour. All that kind of stuff has gone away. When she's tired, we do our nap time routine, and then she goes to sleep pretty quickly after that. If she's still sleeping through the night, she's still taking the 1 nap. She just lets me know when she wants the nap, and usually it's closer to 3. So it ends up going about 3 to 5, give or take an hour on her start time or an hour on her end time. It fluctuates, but for nighttime we still try to put her down between 7:30 and 8. We have pushed it back just a little bit, just because her nap is so late. It ends up being really close to bedtime. If she wakes up at like 5:30 and then we start getting to bed, if we start her bedtime at 7, it's still a little close together. So we do push it back to about 7:30 now. But again, we're not really like strict on it. If she's still having a great time downstairs at 7:30, we give her another 10 or 15 minutes. We're not super strict about it. She ends up sleeping till about 8 every day, which is really, really nice. I'm really happy with her sleeping till 8. I have some friends that's babies wake up at like 4:30 and 5 in the morning and want to be up for the day. I don't know how they do it. We got really lucky with our baby. She just sleeps really good. She's a great sleeper. It's always been the nap time that's given us trouble. And now I let her do her own nap time. I just gave up with it. I've got a couple more notes here, and I'm going to try to wrap this video up pretty quick. I will have a 12-month Q&A So if you guys have any more questions for me, leave them down below. I will be filming that soon after this video goes up. Going back to the weaning thing, we did end up trying whole milk because I just wanted her to get kind of used to it, and she ended up throwing up both of the times we tried whole milk, and so we're not going to try that for a while, and especially because I want to nurse anyway. So she does drink out of a sippy cup, but not all that much, and she really, and it's the most bizarre thing, most of the time breastfed babies are really used to, sucking really hard to get out whatever liquid they want. So sippy cups shouldn't be really a problem, but she gets so bored with the sippy cup. If the water's not coming out fast enough, she just takes a couple of sips, puts it back down. It's not really interested in sitting there waiting for the water to come out. So what I did was I took a couple of sippy cups and just busted the seal on the sippy part. And so it's more like a water bottle where she just has to tilt it, drink as much as she wants, and she can have as much as she wants. And she likes it that way. She'll drink out of them that way. The only problem is they're not leak proof then, so I can't just leave it sitting out because she'll just dump it out. But we're working on that. We're working on getting her used to, not tipping her cup over. I don't know. She's not going to get it for a while. So I do end up just giving her that like water bottle one around meals, and then having a regular sippy cup out that she can have access to anytime she wants it. But she just doesn't end up drinking a whole lot out of the ones that are like leak proof. She just won't drink out of them very much. She doesn't like it. We have tried straw sippy cups and she did like them in the beginning, but she won't use those right now either. She really likes the water bottles, and the thing is, I drink out of water bottles. She actually will drink out of my water bottle too. And it's like a big hole in the water bottle, and she sticks her whole mouth on it and like will drink it, but I'm like, I'm afraid she's gonna like choke on it. So far she's really liked it. We've got to figure out something that she can just have sitting out so she can have access to it all the time. We did go to her 1-year appointment. She is in the 98th percentile for height and head size, and then 85th percentile for weight. She was almost 23 pounds. She was 31.5 inches long, and I don't know what her head circumference was. She's a big girl, and the doctor was like, she's a really big girl, but at least she's proportionately big. Like, everything about her is big. She is. She's really tall, really big. She only takes a passy at bedtime and nap time, and she says goodbye to them when we get up from the crib. So she knows they stay in her crib. She also has a bunny lovey, and I put it back in the crib. Usually she throws it out when she gets up, and every time I put it back down, she'll pick it back up, give it a kiss, and set it back down to say goodbye to it. It's the cutest thing. I just love it when she gives her bunny a kiss. She's been absolutely wonderful at independent play since the gate has been down, and we had a problem with the gate, I don't know, about 11 months. She would come out of the gate, immediately slam the door shut. Anytime I try to leave her in the gated part of the room, she would get angry. She would come straight up to the gate, start crying. If I'd open the gate, she would come out and then slam the door shut. So all her toys would be behind the gate, and she would be on the opposite side of the gate. I started bringing toys out of that room so that she could have some toys in the main area, and it just wasn't working. So we took the gate down, and it's been so much better. She can come and go as she pleases. She's not confined. If I need to confine her, I do have a pack and play downstairs, so I have that if I need to like run to the bathroom or something. Everything else is pretty much child-proof downstairs now, but since the gate's been down, she's been great at independent play. When I'm getting food ready, for the most part, she'll just keep playing or come play close to me. There's been only a couple of times where she will be like at my leg screaming for me, and I will have to like stop cooking. She just won't have any independent playtime right then. She just won't have it. But she's been really good about independent play. I've been able to sit and read some of the time. I'll just sit at the table or even just sit in the floor next to her and read while she's playing independently. We do play a lot together. Like most of the day is us playing together, me following her around, making sure she's not going to hurt herself. But there are these moments where she will play, and sometimes it's only 5 minutes where she'll play, and then she'll grab a book and want me to read to her, and sometimes it can go up to like an hour where she's just totally in the zone, playing with whatever she's playing with. She just really has a lot of fun with toys. She has fun with everyday objects. She likes getting into the cabinets she's allowed to get into. She can now put some puzzle pieces back on the chunky puzzles and the peg puzzles. And she also can put shapes in the shape sorter. And we have the pop and crawl turtle that's got the shapes on the shell of it. She puts those shapes in really well. And she's just now beginning to start playing, like, we got this Little People princess dollhouse, and she will actually like put the figures in the chairs, put the chairs up on the little, you know, in different rooms, and have the dolls be next to each other. So she's kind of starting the like pretend play type of stuff with them, which I think is really, really cute. It's not like she's like dancing them around and having them talk to each other or anything yet, but she's definitely getting the concept that they go in the castle and they can sit in their little chairs and they can sit at the table and they can dance on the dance floor, whatever else they can do. She really is into that. She's also really good at helping us clean up now. I'll just have like, I'll set some blocks in the Lego box next to her and say, okay, it's time to clean up. Can you put these in the box and help us put these in the box? And I'll sing the cleanup song, which is just the Barney cleanup song. And Johnny and I will clean up the rest of the room, or if he's not home, I'll clean up the rest of the room, and she will have put all the blocks in the box by the time I'm done cleaning up the rest. And it's really cute. She also claps for herself when she does something, like she knows she's proud of herself and she'll sit there and clap, which is really cute. When she's playing with something, it's usually like a set of something. So she's got like a cookie jar with cookies. She'll play with the cookie jar and cookies, not mix it with other things. Same with the dollhouse. The dollhouse stuff she plays with together. The stacking things she'll play with together. She definitely sees that certain things go together, but it's really neat to watch her play change like that, where she used to just grab anything, bang two things together. Now it's like she'll sit and play with one set of things for a while, then move on to another set of things. It's really cool to watch how it's changed. My battery is about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off. I will do the 12-month Q&A and the postpartum Q&A coming up soon. I've just got to get a couple of videos filmed before that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably do another update for her at 1.5 years or 18 months. But I really have liked doing these videos for you guys, and just looking back at the videos and watching her progress over the months has been really cool. I'll insert some clips here. Olivia, Olivia, where's your foot? Where's your foot? Where's your foot? Yay! Good job! All done. Okay, Mommy, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. No, you want it? It's cold. Cold. Fake me out. You're such a stinker. Give me it. Give me that popsicle. Give me that popsicle. Give me that popsicle. Give me that popsicle. Give it to Mommy. Give me that popsicle. Can you dance? Yeah. Yeah. Where's Olivia? There she is. Good hiding. Where's Olivia? There she is. Come on, let's get them all out. Again? And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.